Hello students, in this video I am going to explain line by line chapter 5 from class 11 book Hornbill titled The Ailing Planet Green Moments Role. The Ailing planet means the diseased planet, our planet Earth on which we live. It has become ill because of many reasons. You will get reasons one by one in this chapter, authored by Nani Palkiwala, an Indian author. He was born in Bombay in 1920 and died in 2002 in Bombay, in his native city. And he got, for his wonderful contribution in the field of literature, Padma Shri Award. Okay. So let's start line by line the explanation of this chapter. It is video part 1. I will record next parts also. So let's start. One cannot recall any moment in the world history which has gripped the imagination of the entire human race so completely and so rapidly as the green moment, which started nearly 25 years ago in 1972. So 25 years ago in 1972, that means you can imagine that this chapter was this incident took place, and this chapter was authored approx 1997. So author says that no one can recall, no one can memorize, no one can say that any moment in world history, in world there many moments, freedom moments, civil disobedience moments, many moments took place by the various leaders of the world, and that gripped the attention of the people also. Means the movement was started by anyone, and thereafter the people joined that. Author says, but I don't remember that in any moment which was started in the history was so gleefully accepted, so readily accepted by the people. Means none of the other moments, the author wants to say that none of the other moments in the history, entire history as I know, which invited the attention, the grip of the imagination, means which united the attention of the people so completely, and in the entire human race, the complete human being, all human being, become quite attractive towards this. They started welcoming this moment. And what was that moment which was accepted by the world gleefully, and it was the best, one of the best moments which was accepted by entirely and on a very large scale by the people of the world. That is called green moment role, which was started in 1972 by the New Zealanders. Okay, and in 1972 the first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand. And in 1972, the first nationwide, the New Zealand was the first nation which created a national group who were assigned to, this group was assigned to work for the betterment of the environment. So in 1972, and after 25 years, this chapter has been written. So in 1997, he says that after 25 years, still I can say that this moment, green moment role, means the green moment, that is called, you students know also Harit Andolan, okay, plantation of trees. The green movement was accepted as one of the treatments, as one of the, you can say, remedies of the illness of this planet. Okay, and that's why people accepted it. Since then, and ever since 1972, this green movement was started, then movement has not looked back. This movement has not looked back, means this movement was in a growth, and it was adopted by more and more people for the betterment of the earth. That's a good thing. We have shifted one horse irrevocably. Actually, the author says that after this movement started in 1972, people were still aware about the fact. Okay, they were knowing that the environment is being ill, and they were thinking to work for that. But after this moment was introduced, okay, people started thinking, we have shifted, our thoughts shifted from one hopes irrevocably, means that was actually people thought that it was not it was unchangeable. It was irrevocable before this moment in green moment in 1972, but after the arrival of this moment, after the introduction of this moment, the people started thinking, people started changing their thought pattern. What was the thought pattern previously? From the mechanistic view to the holistic and ecological view. Means before this moment started, we were only thinking mechanically, means we were just thinking like a machine. We were thinking that the means whatever we are doing, that is not harming the nature. Either we are consuming too much water, either we are doing deforestation, or whatever it is. We were not thinking so. Means we were thinking like a machine. Our thought was mechanistic thought. But after this moment was introduced, our thought became holistic and ecological view. Means it became complete, and we started thinking about the ecological. Means we started thinking about our environment also. After this was the benefit of this movement in 1972. After that, the people started thinking from mechanism, means from artificial thought, from unwilling, you can say that foolish thought. They started thinking like a wise man, and they thought that it is necessary that we have to think about a complete development, a holistic development, and if we will not include ecological system, or means our environment, our planet, then our development is not so. It is a shift in human perceptions. Actually, it is basically a shift in human perception. Our perception, our thought was a different one. Means we have thought, we have imagined a different thing, but after this, our thought changed. As revolutionary as that introduced by Copernicus. Means after the introduction of the green movement in 1972, the thought of the people changed in the similar manner, in the similar extent, you can say, as is changed while a term was introduced by Copernicus, a very well-known, the very great astronomer he was, Copernicus, who taught mankind in the 16th century. And this man, Copernicus, taught, he was from Poland, he taught to the whole entire human mankind in the 16th century that the earth and the other planets revolve around the sun. This was the first time in 16th century introduced by Copernicus, that the earth and the other planets revolve around the sun. Before that, the people are not knowing the fact that the earth and other planets revolve around the sun. So while this discovery was done by Copernicus, okay, a very well-known astrologer, all the people were surprised, and their thought process changed about Earth and about other planets. Similarly, while this green moment was introduced in 1972, the thought process of the people changed from mechanistic to the ecological and holistic. Understood, students? Now, for the first time in the human history, and it was the first time in the human history after the green movement rule, there is a growing worldwide consciousness that the people were being conscious, and consciousness was growing worldwide, across the world, that the earth itself is a living organism. The first time people believed that the earth is also a living organism. Before that, we were thinking that earth is just a non-living organism, and whatever we are doing with earth, whatever we are destroying the earth, we are destroying the climate. We are not thinking about the mineral oil consumption, we are not thinking about the water consumption, we are not thinking about the ozone layer depletion. So, but after the introduction of green movement, okay, plantation, afforestation, the people started thinking that what is also this earth is also a living organism, and if it is a living organism, अगर कोई चीज जीवित है तो फिर उसमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसके साथ वो कोई, जैसे हम जीवित हैं, हम अमर में जान है, तो फिर हमारी तबीयत भी खराब होती है, हमको ट्रीटमेंट की भी जरूरत पड़ती है, हम अनहेल्दी फूड लेंगे तो हम अनहेल्दी हो जाएंगे. So definitely if earth is a living organism, we should do the same treatment to it also. An enormous being of which we are the parts, and earth is a living organism which is an enormous one, huge one, big one. We are just a part of that, okay, and we are just a part of that. It has its own metabolic needs, and earth has also its own metabolic needs. What is metabolism, students? Metabolism is digestion. If our digestion system is not good, okay, if our digestive system is not working properly, then what will happen? You know that we will not able to digest anything, and we will become unhealthy. Similarly, if we will not consider after doing anything illegal or brainless with the earth, okay, and we are using the resources of natural resources in a thoughtless manner, then earth metabolism will disturb, as it has got disturbed already, and vital process which need to be respected and preserved, and we need to respect this metabolic rate. Means we have to think that we have to maintain the metabolic rate, means the good health of the earth, because it is finally for us. If earth will be healthy, we will be healthy. Need to be respected and preserved. We need to be respect also, and we need to preserve that also. Means whatever the natural conditions, we need to preserve them, keep them safe, okay, for future generation as well. The earth's vital signs reveal a patient in declining health. The earth is giving also various signals, symptoms, as a patient. Suppose that if you are being ill, if your body gives various symptoms that you have now, and the people realize, the doctor realize, you also realize that you have become ill. Earth is also giving vital signs, big symbols, symptoms that it has become also unhealthy. What are the symbols? We have begun to realize after the introduction of green movement rule in 1972. We have begun to realize, we started thinking our ethical obligation, that it is our moral obligation, duty, ethical moral obligation, duty, to be good stewards, to be a good mankind, caretaker. Stewards means we must be a very good caretaker of the planet, of this earth, and responsible trustees. And we must be responsible trustees, means trustee are those persons who hold a property for some time and thereafter it will be handed over to others. So we must ensure that we are stewards, a good citizen, a caretaker, a very good caretaker, and we must be a good responsible trustees of the legacy to the future. Legacy means whatever the inherited property legacy we got from our forefathers, that we have to shift it to our future generation also in the same abundant. The concept of sustainable development. Actually, we are thinking about development, students. But the concept of sustainable development is very necessary. Only development is not necessary. Sustainable development, or development which should sustain forever, means long-lasting and everlasting development. Okay, was popularized in 1987 by the World Commission on Environment and developed. On the World Commission on Environment, there was a statement came in 1987. A term introduced, that was called sustainable development, not only development. The World Commission of Environment told in 1997 that we should think about sustainable development, not only development. In its report, it defined the idea, means in the World Commission of 1987 report, it has defined the idea that as, what is the sustainable development? Let's see. Development that meets the needs of the present, means sustainable development. What is the sustainable development? Let's see. Development that meets the needs of the present, means the development which is only providing the needs, which is only providing the necessities of the present, without compromising the ability of future, without making any making any type of compromise with the availability of future also. Means whatever we are getting, suppose water, mineral oil, trees, and healthy air, atmosphere, whatever we are getting. Sustainable development is that in which we, in whatever atmosphere and whatever natural resources we are using, that must be given to transfer in the same abundance, in the same manner to the future generation also, without any compromise, the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Means that is called sustainable development. Means whatever we are getting in present, that we are able to transfer in future also for the future generation. That is, means without stripping the natural worlds of resources, without stripping means, it means that without damaging, stripping the natural world of resources, the natural resources of this planet, generations would need. And it means that the future generation will also need all the things which we are needing, like fresh air, water, trees. Okay, so these all the things, natural resources, mineral oil, which we are needing, our future generation will also need that. So we must think about that. In the zoo at Lusaka, Zambia, Lusaka is a place situated in Africa actually. So Zambia is a country. Zambia is a country, and Lusaka is a city name. And in Lusaka there is a zoo. Very interesting story this is, students. Listen it carefully. There is a cage. Inside the zoo there is a cage. The notice reads, and outside the cage there is a notice board, and on the notice board something is written. It is written on the notice board. What? The world's most dangerous animal. It is written that the world's most dangerous animal. Notice me, लिखा हुआ है कि वर्ल्ड का सबसे डेंजरस एनिमल इस केज में रहता है, लिव्स इनसाइड दिस केज. लेट्स सी. Inside the cage there is no animal. If you peep inside the cage to see the animal, there is no animal actually. What is there? But a mirror where you see yourself. But there is a mirror in which you see yourself. It means that we, the human being, are the most dangerous animal rather than any other animal. Thanks to the efforts of a number of agencies, now author says that thanks to the efforts of a number of agencies and volunteer organizations and NGOs, you can say whatever it is, means a number of agencies which are making efforts in different countries, different agencies or NGOs are working, and news awareness has now dawned upon the most dangerous animal in the world. A new awareness has come to the most dangerous animal to the world, means bear. Author says that thanks to the number of agencies, and one of the agencies is Green Movement Rule also. He says that thanks of all these efforts, that the world most dangerous animal got aware about its danger, its bad habit, and now it is thinking, the man is thinking, the mankind, entire mankind is thinking. All the countries are taking part in to better for the environmental betterment, and nowadays most of the countries are working in this field. So number of agencies in different countries, a new awareness has dawned upon the most dangerous animal in the world. And who are the most dangerous animal? We, means we have become aware thanks to many agencies who has made us aware about the environment. He has realized the wisdom of shifting from a system based on domination to one based on partnership. Means thanks to the agencies that he has realized, means the man has realized, thought that the wisdom, and he has thought wisely that shifting, and he has shifted his thought from that was based on domination, means the man's previous thought was based on domination, means we were thinking to dominate this environment, okay, but now it has shifted to one based on partnership, but now the mankind has realized that domination is not okay, we must be partnership, means if we are taking something from earth, we have to in the form of natural resources, we should give something to earth as well. Scientists have cataloged one more statistics in this chapter. There are many statistics. Scientists have cataloged. Scientists have you know that catalog means in written form. Okay, they have notified, they have written about 1.4 million living species that in this world. 1.4 million, 1 million is 10 lakh actually. 1.4 million living species with which mankind shares the earth. Let's think. We people think, mankind thinks that the natural resources are only ours. No. We are sharing these entire natural resources to 1.4 million other species also. हमारे अलावा यहाँ पर 1.4 मिलियन अदर स्पीसीज भी डिफरेंट एनिमल्स क्रिएचर्स रहते हैं जिनके साथ हम नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को शेयर करते हैं. Estimates vary widely. Estimates vary means vary, that means it's a very so much difference between this estimation and the reality actually. अभी जो कैटलॉग किया 1.4 मिलियन वही सच्चाई नहीं है, सच्चाई कुछ और है. बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऑन पेपर हो पाती, बहुत सारी चीज़ें छूट जाती, तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें छूट गई हैं. 1.4 मिलियन आप इसको एग्जैक्ट डेटा मत मानिए, it is not exact, it may be more even. Very widely as regard the still uncatalogued living species, as author says that there are many species, animals and creatures who are still uncatalogued, means they have not been written, there is no record of them. Biologist Racon means the biologist, the person who are who they know this biological environment and ecological system. They identify that about 3 to the 100 million other living species, that about 3 or maybe 3 million also, and to maybe the 100 million also, other living species still languish. Other species are also in this world which are still languishing, still lagging behind in this entire human race. Unnamed, who are unnamed means they have not been defined still now, they have no record of them, that's why they are unnamed. No name has been given. 1.4 million is named, identified, but about maybe 3 to 100 million other species also who they are not catalogued, who they are not identified, who they are unnamed, still unknown, but in ignominious darkness, in a very means, and they are lost in a very huge darkness. Ignominious in a very huge darkness, that you can say, means they are not identified. But students, one thing is necessary for you to know: 1.4 million catalogued, identified species, including human, barring human being, means except us, including us, it may be plus also. So 1.4 million is other species according to the other people who they have environmentalist or ecologist according to them. About 3 to 100 million other species who they are not cataloged. So it may be that 1.4 million, that is 100 million plus. Okay, if you add. So जो भी चीजें हैं या वो चाहे वो कैटलॉग्ड हैं या नहीं है, लेकिन वो तो हमारे साथ इस पूरे इंटायर ह्यूमन जो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज है उसको शेयर तो कर ही रहे हैं. हम उनको ऑन पेपर लिख पाए हैं नहीं लिख पाए हैं, लेकिन जो भी हैं वो उस चीज़ को शेयर कर रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आपको बताता हूँ, जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे नोमैड्स होते हैं जो सड़कों किनारे रहते हैं, जो झुग्गी झुपड़ी में रहते हैं, कभी यहाँ कभी वहाँ, टेंट अपने यहाँ लगा लिया, यहाँ घर बन गया, वहाँ बाद में चले गए वहाँ. ये हमारे काउंटिंग में नहीं है. जो भी हमारा पॉपुलेशन है कंट्री का उसमें काउंटिंग में नहीं आते. इनकी सेंसस में काउंटिंग नहीं होती है. जब भी सेंसस की काउंटिंग नहीं होती है, इनके पास वोटर आइडेंटिटी नहीं होती है, वोट नहीं कर सकते. बट फिर भी जो भी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज हैं उनका ये भी तो यूज करते हैं. सो ठीक उसी तरह से जो अदर स्पीसीज हैं, चाहे वो अननेम्ड है या नेम्ड है, बट दे ऑल आर यूजिंग द नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज along with us. So students, in this part of video only this, and in the next part I will explain few other paragraphs also. Thank you.